0 to 200 on this one. General Johnson in the building. It's the new legal. We represent Di-RREC Gaming. How y'all doing out there? Shout outs to everybody in these gaming streets. Welcome to Di-RREC Gaming. We are here today to address a formal video that I had put out concerning the PlayStation community as their show was being canceled today, and I had put out a previous video just to get two sides of the coins on it. I pretty much summed up the fact that I understand that Sony was doing what they needed to do as far as taking a stance, and to be honest with you guys, I'm glad that they did that. I'm not even going to hate on that. That's showing respect, and respect is always about being earned, right, people? So when things are earned by respect, we have to as men of respect have to give that respect back. So much respect to Sony for taking a stance on a much critical time in our country right now with so much going on, the pandemics, the riots, and the injustices in our country, things that are different, right? The pandemic is something new to us, but the injustices of black men in this country is old news. So we're dealing with all of this stuff from the old to the young, and we want to stand united, and we want to be safe at the same time. So to everybody that comes out here to Di-RREC Gaming today and listen to the show, being safe as best as you can, I want to say, stay safe. Thank you for taking your time out to make this channel what it is. We are going to continue to keep it real. Keep it sounding like gutter. Thank you, Alizi the Kid. Keep it as raw as we can, straightforward, no propaganda. We love to represent the underground and Xbox because we're you guys. We're nothing but you guys. We just said, hey, one day we want to get up and say something. So we're here to say something. I got my man, the General Johnson, in the building. I'm handing his mic over because he reached out to me after he heard my video. He called me up. He was like, no, wait a minute. No, you went one side with that coin. I got some information that I just don't totally agree with the video being at a 100% opinionated show that you did. So after listening to what he had to say, he's got some valid points in why he wants to do this show. So I'm just going to say part one, part two, and this one is going to pretty much be his side of the coin. And General Johnson, here's your mic, man. Thanks for coming out.
No doubt, man. Thank you. Look, man, I just want to say,
straight to the point, General Johnson, straight to the point.
I just want to say, look, respect to Sony, right, for why they canceled the show. There's a lot going on right now, racial tension, cops, people fighting cops in the street. People have had enough. Right. You know what I mean? This is a worldwide thing. This started in Minneapolis. Now it's a worldwide thing. So you have a new generation saying, screw you to the old generation in your ways. They've had enough. Rest in peace to George Floyd. And I'm going to get right to it. So, like I said, much respect to Sony for canceling their show. But I have a friend that he's friends with one of the top managers of GameStop in New York, that region or district, whatever you want to call it. And 50% of why they canceled the show is definitely they, as a brand, they don't want to look insensitive to what's going on. Their brand is everything. So I totally get it, right? But what's not being told, or what's not really, being brought to the surface is their backwards compatibility is pretty much not up to par. It's a problem. So off bat, they don't have a smart delivery system. So I repeat, they don't have a smart delivery system. They basically, your PS4 games, they're not gonna, so your PS4 games, they're gonna pick legacy titles, right? Legacy titles. Doesn't matter what you bought, and they're gonna make them playable on the PS5. The thing is, it's not gonna be like Microsoft where there's a upgrade in frame rates or HDR, increasability, increasing, shall we say, stuff that can go up to 120 frames per second. They're just gonna run smoothly, right? They're gonna run smoothly on your PS5. Now, Jim Ryan did an article the other day with I believe it's GameIndustry.biz, GameIndustry.com, and he made it very clear that the PS5 is not a cheaper option. It is what it is as far as the price. And he basically stated that if you can't afford a PS5, right? We have a system for you, the PS4 Pro or the PS4, basically at a cheaper route. It's very interesting because that sounds like Don Matrick to me in 2013.
Right.
You don't see nobody making no smoke. When that article came out, nobody made no smoke. No Angry Joes, no Crap Gamers, nobody. None of these pundits.
None of the Def Comedy Jam stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
None of these cats that take shots at Xbox and it's over for Xbox once June 4th come. All this sensationalism, right?
Okay.
So basically, your PS5 games will not be playable at all on the PS4. So they're catching some backlash for that, right? That's what's not coming out, right?
Right.
So they're catching some backlash for that because New Legal, he took a post right there, he posted it, and it showed that PlayStation gamers, they want 42%.
Yeah, the IGN one. Yep, the IGN one.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they want to be able to play the PS4 games. A lot of them want to be able to play PS2 games, PS1 games. That's not going to happen. Even more that was about to come out is that backwards compatibility really won't be available at launch. It's going to come months later, maybe a year later. But they're going to make sure the Ghost of Tsushima's, the Last of Us 2's, they're playable on the PS5.
Okay.
So
because they're more current. Yeah. They're more current. They're easier to modify. Yeah, it's easier to upscale visually. Do some right.
Exactly. So basically, my whole point is this, right? And this is to every YouTuber. This is to every YouTuber. This is to all these cats that they constantly rob Microsoft, man. They constantly rob Microsoft. At the height of COVID-19, May 7th, right? I remember, I'm furloughed, I'm out of work, like probably everybody else would. Temporarily laid off, right? So, at the height of COVID-19, hospitals, right? People getting sick. It's all over the news. It's sports basically has been canceled. All over ESPN, is there going to be a season? Will the NBA resume the season? At the height of COVID-19, Microsoft, they literally went out there to give gamers enjoyment. This is where gamers get it messed up, right? So, because people want to call me a fanboy on Facebook.
That's
so
all right.
I'm going to reply to his statement, right?
Right.
Microsoft, for the enjoyment of gamers, to get people excited about next gen, they decided to show their third-party partners that new people that they work with and wanted to give their games spotlight. Because if they were at E3, we know it's just all about the Halos, the Fables, the Forza Motorsport 8, and whatever new titles going to be from first party. They would have got lost in the mix. Right. Microsoft at the height of COVID-19, right? This is not like always just going on in New York, New Jersey. It's all over the world. They put their show out. They put their show out on May 7th. They sat there and they did their show. They even mentioned about, what's going on with COVID and, the fact that we put this together to at least, they made it very clear.
Break some monotony,
gamers.
Right.
Right. What they did was they gave us a distraction. That's what Sony is forgetting. And I'll probably get flamed for this. Don't care, because I am who I am. They gave us a distraction, right? As a gamer, I got enjoyment. New games I never saw before, which is what I wanted from them, right? Games that stood out like Bright Memory Infinite and Scorn and The Medium and things like that. I personally love seeing Aaron Greenberg be happy and excited. You got the
Exactly,
refrigerator in the
man.
back.
Exactly.
It was a joke, you know what I'm saying, to play on. Oh, it looks like
But
a
it's to let him know.
refrigerator.
It's to let us know he's right here. He sees us. It's to be
Exactly,
relative.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. But what they did was they gave us a distraction,
Right.
right? Let me keep going. At the height of COVID-19,
I got you.
after Microsoft show, it's getting worse out here with COVID-19.
Right.
You start hearing the athletes catching it and blah, 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 all this other stuff, right?
Right.
Jeff Keighley, he does this summer of summer gaming show, right?
Right.
Um, the Unreal Engine 5 and the little tech demo that they put together and Epic's
Right.
talking at the height
Right.
of COVID-19. Notice why I
Right.
keep saying that,
Keep
right?
saying it.
Didn't nobody
Yeah.
say didn't nobody say, oh, well, we're gonna cancel summer of gaming,
That's
you
right.
know what I'm saying, due
That's
to
right.
the respect of what's going on to COVID-19. No, Jeff Keighley gave you a half-hour interview with Tim Sweeney and the people, behind the Unreal Engine 5 and stuff like that. Now, this is
Right.
where the BS comes, man. I'm keeping it so real. That's why my name is General Johnson. They was dancing and prayer dancing, catching the Holy Ghost in the street when that Unreal Engine 5 tech demo came out, and they put the narrative, oh, it's for PlayStation only, right? So many
Right.
YouTubers put out, oh, it's only for PlayStation, PlayStation exclusive. Oh, look at the first PS5 gameplay. Mind you, nobody had the thought to say, wow, you never saw the system. You didn't see nobody with a joystick in their hand. Didn't y'all
Right.
say that about May 7th? Y'all said, oh, it would have been better. Even Xbox gamers, you know what I'm talking about. They said, oh, well, they didn't show a joystick in hand. They didn't show live gameplay. Mind you, Ghost of Tsushima, you still didn't see the system. It was a state of
Right.
play. Funny.
Right.
So let me be the General
They got
Johnson
the
here.
controller though.
Because
They got the controller. They got the controller
right.
though. All
So,
fair. Yeah.
so, right. So, but let me make my point here.
Make it. Yeah. Do your
Microsoft
thing,
came
bro.
out and showed their system. I believe it was December 12th. Correct?
Right.
Yeah, that was the VGAs. They had for months leading up to May 7th. They showed you the system. They pulled apart the system. They let all these other YouTubers check it out. Digital Foundry broke it down, this and that. And when they showed you what games will be on the system, y'all hung and crucified them. Everywhere I turn as an Xbox gamer, even Xbox channels, Microsoft dropped the ball. Oh, they failed. Oh, this and that.
No
Yikes.
doubt.
What was this? All this and that, right?
Right.
So, but they had the balls and they had the courage to go on May 7th to do their show. So when people on Facebook, people in other Twitter, whatever, you want to sit up here and you want to give somebody a damn gold ribbon or blue ribbon because because of what's
They
going
couldn't
on in
do
the
it.
world, it was
Yeah. They
smart.
couldn't do
It
it.
was smart
Right.
that they couldn't do it. Wait a minute now. If that was the case, and I'll probably catch flames for this, but I'm trying to make logical sense. Because
No, I
sometimes
hear you.
gamers, I think gamers don't use logical sense. If that was the case, because this was going on for 4 days, film you on this illegal, you gonna be like, man,
I'm
wow,
glad I could do that. No, I'm
check
I'm
this
hearing
out.
you, bro.
This raging happened in Minnesota. It's been matter of fact, today is the 5th day. If I'm right, today is the 5th day, or even the 6th day. This already been going on. This didn't just pop off yesterday. You put the announcement out, Sony, that you was going to be a digital event, a mega event, blah, 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 the PS5,
Right.
June 4th. You put out that statement. Shouldn't you cancel it when you saw all this popping off? When you saw it start wilding in Minneapolis, it start wilding in Atlanta, then they went to Houston, they went to Miami. So
Yeah. It was like a
shouldn't you
long. It was a
cancel
long
it then,
period of. Right. It's like
right?
right. I see what you're saying. There's a lot of days that went by. Right.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being
No, I hear
honest
you.
and
You just put
logical.
another
Right,
flip to the coin. I got you.
right. So people have seen, and as far as, shall we say, people in upper echelon,
Right.
right? Of course, people in retail who got to sell these things to you, they've seen the PlayStation 5.
Right.
What gamers don't know is that the PlayStation 5 is even more bigger and bulkier than the PlayStation 4 Pro. So how a gamer's gonna? There's a reason why they haven't showed the system yet. Because Sony always have the nice. They always have the nice sleek system. You can slide it on your bookshelf. You know, it looks amazing. Blah blah blah, and this and that. So my whole thing is, it's like, okay, all this is coinciding. You're getting smoke from your backwards compatibility system. You're getting smoke for you're not even carrying your PS4 gamers over. You're telling them, well, look, if you want to play these games, right, you're going to have to buy a PS5. You're forcing 110 million people to basically transfer over to a PS5, right? So, no smoke, bro. No smoke from the internet. No smoke from these pundits. Nobody's wilding out on videos. But if that was Microsoft, oh my gosh, bro, they'd be hung like a witch and crucified. This is my point, and I end it here. 50%, I respect them as a brand because of what's going on in the world. It's not a good look for us to do this. The other 50% is you have some things going on, some red flags that some of the top people are questioning. And that right there is going to mess with your media. So that's all I got to say.
Oh man, I mean, yeah, I can see your points, bro. I can literally see your points. They're validated. Um, the only reason that what you say has some points to it is because Sony relies on their smoke and mirrors, man, to sell their products. They rely on it.
Yep.
But like that's information that I didn't know nothing about. And so when I heard you say it, I was like, man, you gotta be heard about this, man, because I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. I hadn't really truly been paying attention to what was going on, but I can see your point. And that's why I was like, you know what, cool. You know what, we'll have two opinionated shows. You'll have my version, you'll have the general's version. And that's pretty much it. I mean, so
and then,
if you got go ahead. Go ahead, man.
And the new legal, just to make this point, they're also catching smoke on the price, right? So I'll say it again. Now it's being rumored, but it's really starting to come out because the event was the 4th, and there are people from retail, your GameStops and all these other people that have to sell this thing. They've seen the price. It's really coming out that the top price for the PS5 is $650 with the most hardware space, the most space as far as your SSDs, right? Because we're no longer on hard drives, but we're solid state drives, and the basic package is $540.
Wow.
They're kind of catching some red flags on that. We're in a pandemic. People are out of work. Some people don't know when they're going back to work. I'm one of them because how my job is, we can't be on top of each other in the office like that. So whatever changes they got to make due to COVID, right? Yo, I think just alone in Jersey, I'll give you a stat. 4.4 million people are on unemployment, man. Okay?
That's crazy, man.
Who got money for a $650 system, bro? Wait a minute, I ain't even buy no games yet. $650. You know how games are. They're gonna get an extra controller. So let's say that controller gonna be $80. Let's just say off rip, maybe $80 or $70, right? You're already over $700. You ain't buying no games yet, right? All the first party titles that you want or whatever, the little second party or third party deals and stuff like that.
Right.
But I said to myself, man, I said gamers gonna be gamers, right? If they can go pay for a new iPhone, they'll pay for a PS5. So I said, you know what? That probably won't be a big deal. Maybe that's the way Sony looking at it. It's the fact that they give them something new entertainment, right? New titles. That's their whole format. Instead of being like Microsoft, and you got thousands of titles available to you from day one, right? Because both companies are taking a different approach. But yo, that is expensive. Now, I could be wrong, but it's starting to really come out that the PS5 is expensive, right? Because what they have to put under the hood, blah, 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 and this and that. So that's just my other point. I think also from the no smart system, the backwards compatibility won't be available at launch, and the price. I think that because the red flags and stuff that was starting to come out, I hate to say it, I think along with what's going on, because they say in business and marketing, things about perfect timing when you put something out.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
altogether, that's why they canceled the show. But not for good. They just postponed it. You know what I'm saying?
You think the
So
timing
that's
is
just
off?
my thought.
You
Hey,
think the
that's
timing
my
is off with
that's my thought.
everything going on? There's too much distraction and not enough
Yeah,
focus on the console. You know
right.
what, man? Look, with all the controversy going around with The Last of Us 2,
Mhm. Mhm.
the controversy of Ghost of Tsushima being
Yep.
downgraded, not looking as good as they showed it.
Mhm.
I don't think, me personally, I'm too worried about that because I honestly think that the console cannot do a stable 4K 60. I just know it can't. Um, I think that console is going to be more like the Xbox One X, but with a little bit being a little bit better. And what I mean by that
So
is they're going to they're going to use graphics that fall in between a lot. Because
yeah,
if they want to get that frame rate up, so you're looking at more games to be 1440p, 1880. Every now and then they
right.
may hit a 4K if it's like an animated game or something, not too
Yeah.
demanding. So they'll hit that. But I don't expect 60 frames per second to even be remotely consistent. And with that, man, for that game, I think that in time, with
Mhm.
better development, better techniques working within the system, they'll get
Yeah.
that 60 on certain games that they'll need to get it on. But I truly believe, General, I
Mhm.
truly believe that the Xbox Series X is going to be groundbreaking. And I truly believe that when Microsoft said that this console is a 4K 60 plus standard, I believe what Microsoft says. They can't afford to be lying to their consumers as big as they are. They just can't. And
Exactly.
right,
Exactly.
and I don't think that they would say that and the console can't do that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like Microsoft doesn't doesn't have to stoop that low to make a point with any of their products. They just don't. Um, so me personally, I'm thinking that your cases were valid. I'm thinking
Mhm.
that, and I could be wrong, man. I could be literally wrong.
Mhm.
What if I say, bro? What if I say that this might be mid tier, man? That it 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 it, it, it may be mid tier, and if it's mid tier, what if that that the Xbox Series X, man, that we are really underestimating the word series, and
Yeah.
we're not understanding because think about it, man. The Xbox One S is not a 4K console, okay?
No,
The
it's not.
future,
It's not.
right? The future is 4K and up. The
Yep.
Xbox One X is a totally different console. It uses the Jaguar chip. It
Yeah,
uses
but it's
some
a beast.
Jaguar, right? But they
Yeah.
showed you that the Jaguar chip, with a little bit of know-how, can get you
Mhm.
4K. And you want to know something, General? It can get you
Yep.
4K consistently. We're getting
Exactly.
4K games so that's not what everybody else couldn't do. Microsoft can do. So what if they took that old chip, man, and they showed everybody that, hey, look, we could take this old chip and we can turn it into the future with the little we have.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah. I think a lot of people don't understand that, and I always say it on the shows. Phil Spencer and them cats, they whiz kids, man. This is what they do. When it comes to software, they Jedi Knights at this, right? They Jedi Knights at this. And no gamer to me would have the gumption. People on YouTube, I say that for a reason because the YouTube cats, they are the new IGNs and they are the new GameStops and GameSpots and they are the new game trailers and basically the YouTube situation with gamers. They become the new G4, right? G4, a legendary gaming channel with Adam Sessler, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. You know, it's like, yo, you're running the narrative, but you don't give Nintendo no flack for their backwards compatibility. I don't get it.
Right.
You don't get Nintendo of all people. They don't have any backwards compatibility. They was like, oh no, you join Nintendo Online and you have access to
Yeah,
all
that's
our
true.
old games. What kind of
Right.
crap is that, bro? What kind of
That's
crap
true,
is
man.
that?
No, that's true.
I gotta join Nintendo Online, which is not good. Which I hear from people that I know that have Nintendo Switches.
Yeah,
One of
I
them,
do.
you know,
Yeah,
my
it's
best
not.
friend. Yeah.
It's not, man.
For
Yeah, I
twenty
have it.
dollars,
Right.
I get to play all these old 8-bit games that I grew up with.
That's facts. You have to buy them. That's facts.
You have to buy them, right? So basically, you are renting them. Because if you don't
Yes.
keep your online package, it's
You
like,
don't
okay,
get
well,
facts. That's
yeah.
facts,
So,
man. He told you facts.
so, let's get to the nuts and bolts of it. I think the PS5 is gonna be like the One X, but maybe 50 to 45% more powerful.
Right.
I
You know
really
what I mean?
think the Xbox Series X is on another level. And let me tell you something. If I was Microsoft, right? Maybe this is why I'm not in them rooms, whatever. But if I was Microsoft and I find out exactly what that price is, I'm
Right.
straight doing a 2013. I'm straight selling this joker for $400. People
Right.
are going to lose their mind. Like, yo, if they hear, if they even hear the PS5 is 600, it's going to be questions. Maybe not to the hardcore, but to the casual.
Right.
And people forget
Right.
the casual bought into the PlayStation. The casual is what helped the PlayStation numbers. Because PlayStation fans, they want to go around with the, oh, we sold more consoles. That wasn't
Yeah,
hardcore,
that
bro.
was important for them. Right. 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 Right.
Right. So Microsoft, right, when you do the numbers, even Phil Spencer said it. They lost 35 to 40 million customers because of basically what happened in 2013. And he said, yo, it's about brand trust. He took
Right.
7 years to build the brand up again, where the gamer, whether new, never played Xbox, or they came from 360, which a lot of people did, they trust the brand again.
And they
Okay,
know their
so let me get
competitors' weaknesses. It's not like they don't study
exactly
each other. So Microsoft knew where to adjust, make adjustments, and keep it moving.
right. And they just put out the new article by James Ronald, that's his name, on Xbox Wire, talking about what they can do, where basically backwards compatibility is the future of Xbox and how we want to preserve gaming legacy.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
what
They don't
the
want.
whole
That's
article
right.
about gaming legacy.
That's
So
right.
they said, now mind you, they said no boost mode, which is going to be
No.
in the PS5. They
Right.
said no downclock, which the PS5
Nope.
does do because of the
It
SSD,
has to.
right?
There you go. It has to.
Right. And then it's like, okay, now you got people in main media, they starting to figure it out where, okay, the SSDs, if y'all don't really understand, it processes data. But what
Right.
Sony is doing is they have a very high lightning fast SSD, but
Right.
it's also going to help with the graphical processing unit.
Right.
That's something that they're
That's so.
counting on, right?
Yes, they don't slow it down, but it makes the SSD have to do two things. Unlike the
Right,
Xbox SSD, the Xbox SSD is strictly for storage capability. And in the
right. And
storage
remember,
capability, to play your games are going to be exactly the same way that's built for the console. It's not going to be a difference in
right.
the abilities of it.
But see, this is where Microsoft plays chess, not checkers.
Hmm.
If you remember, when they talked about the cloud and
Right.
DX12, just go back, right? They
Hmm.
said that in the future, that a lot of stuff that they had to use hardware, right, to run off of, to make function, now all that's done in the cloud.
That's right. They look, man.
All that's
That's
done
going
in
to
the
be one of the
cloud.
most amazing. Right. That's
So when
right,
you're
man.
playing Forza Motorsport 8, right, or you're playing Forza Horizon 5, or the new Halo Infinite, all the work that goes into making those games on the Slipspace engine, as far as Halo Infinite as an example, it's not going to be run on the machine. It's going to be run
Right.
on the cloud. That's the
Right.
game changer. So everybody talking about SSDs and
And so,
SSDs and
right,
yeah,
because when they do that, the console will be able to run off of raw power. Like it's not gonna be sitting
exactly.
up here borrowing from this area, borrowing from that area.
Yep.
It's gonna be able to run at 12 teraflops straight, never overclocking, never underclocking, just right there, 12 teraflops, and they can use it. They can use that for any place they want to use it, as far as the game is concerned. That's
Yeah.
astonishing, man.
Yeah. So it's like the thing that I don't like about YouTubers and the thing I don't like about the media is they want to control the narrative and they want to give this perception that uh, these SSDs Microsoft can't compete with.
Right.
Microsoft has an SSD and it's lightning fast. Now, let me just keep it real. I think you said it too. So what's the difference? I turn my system on.
Right.
Your system
Right.
is three. Your
You
system
see
is
what I
three
was
to
talking
four
about?
seconds.
It,
Three
it
to
ain't
four
even gonna be
seconds
that.
faster.
It ain't even gonna be
I'm
that,
still
fam. That's
gonna.
what I'm trying to tell
I'm
you.
still gonna. I'm still gonna play
Right.
the game. I mean, like, but when I play my Halo Infinite
Right.
and I see that ray tracing kick in,
Right. You're
and
not
I see
thinking about
graphics I've never seen before, not thinking
exactly,
about
man.
that.
Nope.
Because what
Because
we
you didn't
got
even
here,
feel it. Let me tell you why
exactly.
General said that. Let me tell, and I know where he's getting that from. He was getting that from me. But I'm here to even tell you it's not even going to be that, because Microsoft
Okay.
has already confirmed that it's going to be like snapping your fingers. So I'm looking at
Mm.
load times, and this is where the velocity architecture come in at. We're not
Mhm.
talking about just one game. We're talking about 5 to 6 to maybe 7 games instantly, jumping between them and never losing a beat, like literally jumping between them. So when I go back to this other game, it's gonna go right back, whether it takes me 2 seconds, whatever. But the snap of the finger load times, that one will be during the games. You're
Mm.
not gonna even feel them. And you know why? You know why we know this? Because we already have a game that was made this year on our system for the Xbox One X that has already proven that to us. And it's called Ori, Willow of the Wisp. If
Ah.
you've never played
Right.
that game and never saw the loading times, the loading screens for that game, go play it if you think I'm lying. Go through that whole
Mm.
game, you never waiting. You're just going. You're just going. It's just
Yep.
loading. It's just going.
Yep.
So if they were able to accomplish that with that game, that's how Microsoft speaks to you. They're letting us know, listen, we're doing it now. We're doing it now. You're gonna see it. We're gonna see that same thing. Watch, probably in Grounded. Grounded ain't gonna be
Mm.
having us waiting around. Watch,
Nope.
it's not gonna have us waiting around. And so when this starts when this starts getting closer and closer and closer, right? Here, what a couple months ago, General, they showed us
Yep.
um the loading time aspect was State of Decay 2 from the Xbox One X to the Series X, right? 40 to
Exactly.
50 something second differential. Now we're not now look, what was funny was that they were showing the beginning of the game, right? So when it comes in, yeah,
Yep.
you're gonna watch the beginning. You're gonna see the credentials of the game, the engines,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Logo.
companies
Yeah.
that created it. Yeah, you're gonna see logos. When you get done with that, the game's got to come up. Logo's got to sit on the screen for a minute, and then it's gonna give you the menu, right? When you hit the
Yep.
menu, when you hit start, General, that's
Mhm.
called the loading screen. Until you hit the start,
Mm.
that's not the loading screen. That's the presentation screen. When you hit start, that's the loading screen. And that right there will dictate how long you wait for games. Right now we're waiting over a minute, man. So
Yeah.
if I'm
Sure.
sitting there, right, from a minute and I'm sitting there and I have to wait 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4,
Three one
1,000,
thousand.
5, and right, and the game comes on, the general has made his case. If that's as long as I have to wait, but yet when I open up this game, I'm seeing hardware, real time ray tracing. I'm seeing real weather events. I'm seeing,
Yep.
again, premium, high level, dynamic HDR lighting. I'm seeing DX12 capabilities. I'm seeing frame rates that are just buttery smooth and high. You're not, the last thing that you're worried about is it took this game to load up 3 to 5 seconds. That's once again, let me say this, man. Right.
Don't
Once
start to
again,
laugh.
no, you can laugh at that because you just made me understand that once again, man. And you know what, man? This
Once
is the
again,
this
that
is
is the incredible Ron Medical.
right,
Good.
right. No, you good, fam.
Yeah.
That's that New York, that's the East Coast coming at you. Here it is. Look, man. Once again, right? Once again, it's on
Mm,
that we are back to Simple Simon talks. This
mm,
time it's not gonna work for y'all. The 1080p 900p comparison. This is about as silly. It's not at that level, but you're getting there because you're making yourselves look stupid. Look, you're not gonna have what we have. So in the end, it doesn't even matter to us because we're gonna have stuff that we're gonna be doing on our side of gaming that you guys don't have. But there's really nothing special that you guys are gonna be doing that's gonna make us be like, man, um, damn, I wish I had that because honestly, and I give Sony credit on this one.
mm.
The only feature, man, that I see out of all those features, and there's a lot of features that the Xbox Series X is coming with, but out of
Mm.
all those features, General, one stands out to me, man, and it's got Sony stamp all over it, right? And that's that share
Which
button,
is okay.
which is that share button. Here on Di-RREC Gaming, we're gonna give props where props is deserving, and that share button is it. Now what do we look like giving that share button all its praise in this generation when you guys already had it in a 7-year generational console life cycle plus that.
Exactly.
So the same way that I just said that, right? How would we look doing that in our generation? We're not going to be tripping off that share button. That's how it looks when y'all talking about SSDs and loading screens. Bro, we've always had a faster loading screen than you. We've had a faster loading screen than you. We've had a faster menu screen than you. So so where's the big deal? Like with us, we move on. The one thing about Microsoft, they keep pushing us forward. We gotta go, man.
Oh yes.
We can't sit here and talk about the stuff y'all talk about because we already been there and done that. Just like this next generation, y'all gonna start talking about 4K, and we're yarning already. When you gonna
Yep.
put me to bed with that? See what I'm saying? Like
You're only going
y'all are
120 frames.
right, man. And that's unheard. Look, 60 is unheard of in the PlayStation 4,
Hmm.
PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. It's almost non-existent. Okay, the consistency of 60 frames per second is almost non-existent over there. So for them to finally get some kind of games, because all your games it won't even be the majority of them games hit 60. But so when you start getting these 60 frames per second games, y'all start opening up y'all's mouth. Give us a bedtime story, please, man, so we can go to sleep because it's gonna be pathetic. Because you're definitely not gonna be impressing the PC community, and you're definitely not gonna be impressing us. So it's kind of sad, man, when you think about it. It's really pathetic. So I'm just at the
It
point
is.
where, right, I'm at the point where, General, I'm with you. We needed to see something. Nobody saw anything. There's a big split going on with a whole lot of stuff. There's people that are just content that Sony showed them a controller. There's people that are content about The Last of Us and all his controversy. There's people that are not. There's people that are content with the way the Ghost of Tsushima is looking. There's some that's not. But you know what? Overall, that's how it's supposed to be. But for an event
Right.
during this time where it's hard and people are down, we need gaming, right, General? We need
We need some
gaming.
excitement. You're right. You're right.
Right. And when and when
Yeah.
and when a person like the General who 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 does a lot of acting, who does a lot of reading, and y'all heard him yawn. That's nothing to me because he's
I
always
apologize.
reading. No, 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 no. That was real because I'm gonna
Okay.
give credit to that. I know you. That
All
yarn
right.
came from a lot of researching, a lot of
Yeah.
independent studying. This guy
I
does
did that last night.
independent film and acting. his brain is wore out. When he calls me to do a show, it's really truly an honor because I know that his brain is exhausted. And there's been times, man, we be in a chat, man, and my man General just falls asleep because he's tired. But this shows you just how passionate he is for the community to get news out there, to talk from his heart. And like you said, you don't hear this man bashing Sony, bashing Nintendo, but he wants to state facts, and he's here to build the Xbox community up. So, man, listen, at the end of the day, General, you did bring another side of the coin to it. It was good discussions of what you did. I can see your point, and I just want to say thank you, man, for reaching out to me and actually
No
bringing
doubt,
the other
man.
side of the coin to it, brother. Very interesting
Yeah.
subjects you had to bring up. So,
My mom's told
anything
me
else you want to say?
don't fall for the hype.
Like,
My mom
that's
told me
right.
don't fall for the hype, man. And a lot of times, I'll leave you with this. A
Yeah.
lot of times, gamers, all gamers, I don't care who they are, a lot of times because you're so in love with your brand, you fall for the okie doke. You know, the right jab is coming and you fall for a left hook. Happens all the time. These companies know this, man. All I'm gonna
Right.
say is, once again, props to them for doing that.
Right.
But what I explained to you, there's a little
Right.
bit more going on behind the scenes, and let's just say it's perfect timing. Because if they
Got you,
would have
man.
went out there and they would have got booze, ball game. Simple as
Here's
that.
my la-
And they know
here's
that.
my last spin. Here's my last spin on it.
Yep.
Now, seeing the other side of the coin, I'm gonna put all mines together before I get out of here.
All right.
Thank you, Sony, for saying what you had to say on social medias outlets, making a stance, and being bold with that. We as black men on this show want to salute to all my black comrades out there that may have gaming channels that I know. I want to say especially thank you for acknowledging me. Thank you for being supportive today. Thank you to Xbox Pope, who really made my day today by
Oh, that
designing that
joystick was
controller, man.
legendary. That controller, I
Man,
wish that controller was for sale, yo. I would buy
yeah,
that
man. That
easy,
that was that
easy.
that guy right there, man. I, that guy right there. Um, his story and where he comes from and to where he's at today, man, and what he likes to do. And, that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
Like here, he likes to do that, and we like to do what we do, and it's just a like thing. It's not even. We don't even look at it, man. We give so much. We do this.
Yeah.
This is just time that we make out of our day. You know what I'm saying? We just
Yeah.
like you hit me up, man. Come on, let's do it. Let's take some little
Yeah.
time out of our day. And this might be the shortest show that me and the General has ever done, but man, it's a good one. And I just
Yeah.
want to say thank you, Xbox Pope, for your consideration and your compassion and your kind words, man, to me. And it resonates throughout the Xbox community, and that's not old news. So thank you
Yeah.
very much. I want to also say to the Xbox community, I've been a little down these last few days, but I'm here to tell my Xbox community this. Man, y'all sure know how to make the new legal get up, man, in his heart and stand up like a giant. I have to tell you guys, man, I, like I keep saying, it's unbelievable, man. But I would sit here and lie to y'all if I was to tell y'all that I'm actually shocked. I'm not shocked with the Xbox community and how they treat people. That's the sad part that I'm
Mm.
not, because that's a
Mm.
testament. Because that's a testament of how this great community of gamers showcases to one another. It's true, man. I've been saying it for so many years. I've been bragging about this community, and once again, it showed itself, man. And I'm telling you, it's just an overwhelming flood of positivity. And so we deserve the Xbox Series X. We deserve it. And I think all the leaderships of Xbox see that and are going to truly give us something that we can truly be excited about. You have every reason to be that way. Sony needs all eyes on them, General.
Yep.
And you made me think of something, man, when I wasn't thinking about it. But when there's a distraction, man, I'm telling you, bro, it's not good for PlayStation.
It's not.
Microsoft came in with a sneak attack. Game Awards, boom. And since from the Game Awards, no outlet's been able to be quiet about the Xbox Series X. Mission accomplished
Yeah.
on Microsoft's side.
Yep.
Then, during the height of a pandemic, they made the attempt to come out in their homes, connect by way of Zoom or whatever they did, to the
Talk
little
about it.
show, to bring
Yeah.
out some games to keep us in high spirits, and said, hey, we
Intrigued.
are right on schedule. And then right after that, with all the controversy, the next following week, Phil Spencer comes out, boom, to reassure us, hey, the Halo game is going to come out. The 343
Mm.
teams are working vigorously. They're at home, and everybody's doing a fabulous job. And we are committed to giving us these experiences this fall. Then the
Yeah.
very next week after that, right,
Hmm.
you get all this positivity push. And then last week, you get Phil Spencer out again with Reggie, man, and Harold, but with
Yeah.
Reggie. And it was
Yeah. I gotta listen to
breathtaking to
that.
see. Yeah, man, it was a good one. It was breathtaking to see them two just talk about life. Because look,
Mm.
man, we're in a pandemic, like my man the general said. And at some point, there's things that are deeper than gaming. And man, did they nail that terminology right there. They came
Yeah.
out and did a
Yeah.
show. People tuned in thinking, oh, Phil was gonna tell us something so great and so hype about the Xbox Series X. And no, man, it's Reggie's show. So
Mm.
what big thing that Phil did was show how to support each other. You see a friend out there that's got something positive, go support him. And he
Yep.
made Reggie say, he told Reggie, he was like, hey man, all right, let me show y'all what my big deal was. For your cause, I'm going to have an Xbox One signed with my signature on it, engraved in it, or whatever he was gonna
Mm.
do, and I'm gonna give that off as into an auction for your cause, or whatever it was. And man, you could have seen how that made Reggie and Harold feel.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. So guys, man, I think Sony, we'll see what's up soon. Hey, I gotta. Hey, man, sorry to these PlayStation fans for not being able to experience what we're experiencing, Simphawk. We sitting up here, playing these games, and we got grounded. We got the buddies game. I can't remember what it's called, man. Obsidian Buddies, something. I don't know. I said Obsidian. I just saying something. But it's Thursday. Then we got grounded Friday. Then we had Minecraft Dungeons here. We got
Yep.
games. We're playing. We're having fun. But to see the PlayStation community get shook up, man, because it is, man. They've waited a long time, and I honestly can't wait
Yeah.
for them to get The Last of Us too, so they can be quiet about it. So everybody can be
Yeah.
quiet about it. Let
If
them
I was
play their
Sony,
let them
if I
play
was
their movie,
Sony,
man.
yeah. If I was Sony, after this, I would drop that ASAP, like next week. I
Yeah, it
would
needs to
drop it
come on
early.
out, man. It needs to
Yeah,
come on out
because
because your fan base is getting tired. You can see them. They need something.
yep,
They're going crazy, man. They're going
yep,
crazy, and we don't have enough. We just don't have enough energy, man, like they do, to worry about it, man. We're over here playing games. So hey, man, check it out.
yep,
Hopefully, Sony gets y'all something, man, other than the controller, other than the commercial. Y'all need some real PlayStation 5 footage, and we hope that you guys get that. Right now, we are to show unity, and that's what we're gonna show today. So
right.
thanks for everybody. Thanks for everybody. Everybody that I shout out to, thank you. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Mixer. You can check us out on Instagram and check us out on Twitter. To everybody out there in the Xbox community, salute. To all my real gamers out there, salute. This has been the New Legal, representing Di-RREC Gaming with my man, the General Johnson. And once again, y'all, we will see y'all next time.